The story opens at a pool birthday celebration in Portland in which we meet a young female. Named Kitty, she feels forlorn as she watches exclusive younger people fall head over heels while her sweetheart day is 5,000 miles away in South Korea. She then video calls him and that they have a touch discussion about lacking one another and contemplating whether or not they may at any point see each other yet again. Nevertheless, their discussion is stopped whilst Kitty receives a name from the Korean unfastened secondary school of Seoul. In regards to her utility, she figures out that she's been acknowledged on a provide there and takes the suggestion decisively. Following that, Kitty meets along with her dad and stepmother to proportion the pleased news. She opinions how her late mother went to a similar all-inclusive school on a similar furnish. Furthermore, Day is going to this school and Kitty accepts destiny has united them. Her dad is involved about her groundbreaking preference and believes she's excessively younger to pay attention. Abroad on my own, however, Kitty at ultimate persuades him, making feel of that she wants to get to recognize her mom higher and locate herself available. What's extra with that, Kitty gathers her sacks and is going to Korea in quest for her adoration. At the factor when she indicates up in Seoul, she sees an appealing Korean individual named Miho and reveals that he is going to a similar college as her. Anyhow, when she defies him approximately at Miho impolitely asserts that he would not communicate in English and leaves. Kitty then texts her sister, illuminating her that Day has no clue she's coming, so she desires to shock him on the welcome birthday party. After this, Kitty branches out throughout the metropolis with the aid of on foot, confronting language and social limitations. At the factor when she glances the incorrect way, she is hit by means of an automobile in which a well-off younger woman named Uri is sitting. Bushy then at that factor helps Kitty in getting up and gives her a trip as they determined that they may be each going to similar college on the manor in which they gift themselves. Moreover, Uri is astounded to find that Kitty has moved from the Americado, South Korea, for her beau whom she met in Seoul several years. Yuri then concedes that she has likewise been dating anyone, no matter the fact that it is a bit muddled in the period in between. We see Day particularly driven as the college conceit illuminates him that in the occasion that he does not pay his prices for the following scholastic year, he could be compelled to nonconformist. Day then again convinces the administrator to present him till that night to orchestrate coins for the educational price. In a while, Yuri is accrued to meet the school's head, Mrs. Limgina, who additionally is her mother. Gina illuminates you that she become found through the housekeepers starting to be excessively near her female associate, Juliana. So currently Juliana has been dispatched away. Notwithstanding, Yuri persuades her mother that Juliana is just an associate who changed into supporting her in covering for the beau. She's been stowing far from her folks. Following this, Gina goes first floor, wherein Kitty sees her and perceives that she is her mom's associate. So Kitty moves in the direction of her and tells her that she is the little woman of Eve, Gina's preceding schoolmate. She even shows them their photo collectively, yet Gina's look unexpectedly modifications. She then acts peculiarly and illuminates Kitty that she remembers nobody named Eve. That night-time, Kitty is going to the welcome party where she stumbles into Miho once extra and unearths he communicates in English and became surely screwing with her. She likewise meets some other understudy named Q and seems the two of them are Day's companions. At the point whilst Day enters the celebration, Each of the three are taken aback to look him. So going for walks, Day is excited to peer Kitty. Inside the two rush in the direction of each other and embody in any case while she's prepared to kiss him. Yuri appears and illuminates Kitty that Day is her bow. Hearing this, Kitty is crushed and leaves the party in tears. She then at that factor hears somebody speak me inside the hallway. What is greater? A good deal obliged. Day is following her. She requests that he allow her be that as it can. Some other teacher is seen advancing towards the restroom. He gives himself as Alex Finnerty from Australia. In any case, Kitty disregards him and gets again to the birthday party to look for a rationalization. In the intervening time, Day talks with Yuri back in the birthday celebration. Glaringly, the relationship is surely phony. It just so occurs Yuri is courting Juliana, whom she is trying to contact, yet her wide variety is obstructed in mild of the reality that Hurry's guardians are very commonplace. She is deceiving them about having a sweetheart. Day wishes to give up this display. However, is knowledgeable that Yuri has paid his educational value as appreciation. On this matter, he presently owes her on the point. Whilst Kitty receives back to the party, she reveals P and Day drawing close to while taking pics and lashes out. She attempts to depart unobtrusively but finally ends up imploding into a pile of cupcakes, making absolutely an effect on everyone. She embarrassingly hurries to her room and chooses to load up the subsequent experience to the US. Even as pressing, she hears a few young guys drawing nearer and imagines later on she is familiar with that it's Day. In his companion's Day concedes that he feels dreadful for Kitty, but Miho advises him that he changed into by no means in a real connection together with her. Kitty yells in shock, and the young men are greatly surprised to figure out that there's a young lady of their house. Miho accepts Kitty is loopy, controlling the complete situation to be near today. Kitty then defends herself via giving them her facts. It simply so occurs Kitty had concept of her call as Melody Brood, which can be a male name in Korea. Sooner or later she changed into positioned in a male residence. Day then at that point demands a personal discussion with Kitty, but she may not tune in and nods off. The subsequent morning, Kitty packs her outcomes and leaves for the air terminal. She then sees an area on the faculty grounds where her mother once had her picture taken. Kitty takes a selfie before comparable tree and contemplates whether that is a clue that she have to continue to be. Day then awakens and pursues Kitty even as is but carrying his nightgown. He tracks down her equity. She's going to depart and beseeches her to remain. Day tries to proportion truth, yet he's constantly intruded on by jury's calls before he can say anything. His dad suggests up and hauls him to the car in which Yuri and her dad cast off him for a public interview. It just so happens Jury's dad, President Han, was a web sensation for hitting a ordinary connoisseur professional. He wishes a wonderful publicity to check this dialogue that's in which Day steps in. During the gathering, Mr. Han publicizes a brief activity, choosing Day because the main employee, who's his driver's child and his little female's darling. Thusly each person accepts President Han as a pleasant individual and commends him, while the circle of relatives models for in photo Yuri contacts draw close his hand, yet Day cumbersomely brushes it away. Seeing this, Kitty assembles every certainly one of the pieces and acknowledges Day and yearly dating is obviously phony. So she chooses to remain later at domestic. Day is examining his brief role touch while her more youthful sibling shows up. She then at that factor indicates him her tore shoes and claims that her companions risk her this upsets Day. And he vows to get her new footwear quickly. Afterward, whilst Day shows up at the residence, Kitty stands as much as him approximately. Mendacity about being rich. And undermining her, he says he felt humiliated for the reason that he is negative. What's greater? The child of a driver. In any case, he guarantees her that he will come easy about all that and withdraws for. Inside, the period in between Urias is yet disturbed, contemplating her sweetheart Juliana. She then at that point opinions how as they have been going to kiss, the servant noticed them and illuminated their cherished ones. Afterward the paparazzi comply with Yuri and Day to high school, taking pictures them any area. They move. This is when Yuri enlightens Day regarding her mysterious courting with Juliana and beseeches him now not to tell Kitty. Seeing her in tears, he offers to offer her a piggyback elevate to elegance. However, Kitty truly accepts that this is all phony. In a while walking within the lobby, Yuri is hauled into a room nearby Juliana. Juliana illuminates Yuri that she's being pressured to transport to Oakham via her parents. She does not have an arrangement for them yet, however, she ensures them that they will be together again quickly. Subsequently, in class, teacher Lee illuminates Kitty that she wishes coaching due to the fact that she falls underneath the degree of various understudies and requests that she visit the library after school, wherein she will be able to be doled out every other manual. Later at the college cafeteria, each person ridicules Kitty and alludes to her because the Portland stalker. So she sits with Q, who's the principal man or woman type to her. Subsequent is the technological know-how elegance, where Kitty is matched along with her nemesis Miho. He maintains to allude to her because the Portland stalker and solicitations every other lab companion. Kitty solutions with the aid of thinking about him, the poopy toddler. That's a humiliating business wherein Miho played as a child. Kitty is going to meet her new instructor after school, who finally ends up being Day. They may be prepared to talk about the phony relationship at the point while Yuri hinders over again. She figured out that Miho has been uncovered to be the puppy Todd.